Yeah.
for butterflies and bees.
Okay. It is a lovely Sunday morning, and Sunday morning usually means a nice breakfast. And in my garden I'm going to pick some nice fresh greens for our omelette. But before I do, I just want to show you something that's going on in my conservatory. My friends, we are in the Seedling neonatal unit and we've got our baby melons coming along. These two baby Amirs are looking well. We've had 2 germinate, and then in this second row of 8 we've had another 2 Malaga F1 germinate, and they're looking great. The baby watermelons have been slow to progress, but as you can see we've had 2 tiny baby sugar babies that have emerged, so they're looking well. We need to give these little melon seedlings lots of TLC, and then hopefully soon they'll be ready to pot on. Good morning and welcome to Amir's allotment. The skies are blue and the sun is out. So let me give you a first look at the coriander that's grown in my allotment. As you can see, it's really bulked up nicely now. With all the rain and sunshine that we've had recently, this coriander is ready to harvest. Now what I usually tend to do is cut it with scissors. I don't pull it out of the ground because I will get a second flush of this beautiful coriander. And usually with the second flush, because the plant wants to go to seed as quick as it can, they tend to get taller as well. So we tend to get a nice taller harvest in the second harvest. And what I also do in between this period is actually sow more coriander. I know you must think I'm mad, but we do get through so much of it. What we tend to do is harvest it all, wash it thoroughly, and then put it in freezer bags and freeze it. You can literally just take it out frozen, crush it, and literally season your dishes with it. It's fantastic. It's such a versatile herb, so we use a lot of it. And as you can see, it's doing really well here. So I'm just cutting this coriander and I'll take it all home with me, but as you can see, the leaves are really lush. It is so fragrant as well. As I'm cutting this, I can just smell that really strong aroma of coriander. And I know that even in my car on the way home, it's quite pungent, to be honest. This is going to be absolutely stunning in my omelette. Now, if you haven't grown this before, you won't get this in the shops. If you get this in your omelette, you will realize the flavor is absolutely intense. This is Chinese garlic chives. And I've already picked a little bit, and I'm going to fill this up with some nice Chinese garlic chives for us. And I'm harvesting some ordinary chives here as well. Look at these purple buds on the chives. They're like little purple gems. Amazing. When they flower, they're also edible as well. You can put them in a salad. Amazing. I just love chives. So I'm ready to take this harvest of the 2 different types of chives and the coriander home. mixture. Having some of these nettles near the strawberries has actually been great because the bees have been visiting the nettles and also at the same time pollinating these strawberries. As you can see here, the fruits are starting to form. So we've reached Dobby's and we're just going to have a coffee and maybe some cake and decide what we're going to do on this wet weekend. And they've got 50% off some of the daily tubers and also I think the potatoes as well. Let me show you. Yep, 50% off all their onions and potatoes, and it's not too late to get them in now. 50% off all the potatoes. Look at these potatoes. They're desperate to be planted out. And you can't visit a garden centre without having some cake. Time to get stuck in. So my plan today is to clear all this area so I can get my bed frames in place and then fill them up with some nice compost ready to start planting out now onto my allotment plot. So let's get this done. So things are finally starting to take shape. Still got to take more weeds out of these beds, and what I will do eventually is in between them is put loads of wood chip so we can define the paths and also keep the weeds down, so keep the weeds suppressed really with a nice wood chip path. But with these beds, what I'm going to do is top them up with some well rotted manure and then some compost on top of that, let them rest for a little while and warm up nicely, ready to get our seedlings planted out in there. And now in the coming weeks I'm hoping to get as many seedlings as I can planted out in these beds. These will be no dig beds, so I'll just keep mulching them, and that's what we would do to keep these beds topped up. But for now, yeah, I haven't got enough cardboard to lay down and suppress the weeds, but I'm just doing what I can really. On this side, it will be a dig allotment for now. I mean, I've direct planted loads, so we've got carrots in there, chard and the spinach in there, got loads of flowers over there, but things are taking shape, which is nice. Let's see how things progress. So you can see the radishes coming on nicely as well amongst the onions. I need to get in here again and weed as much as I can because I can see lots of things. We've got lots of weeds coming up, but you can still see where the veg are coming through, so that's nice. And these are probably the last of all the tulips that are on the plot. thought I'll show you a quick Dobbies haul. Got a few discounted bulbs yesterday which I'll be directly sowing into the beds now. So we've got some discounted dahlias. This was a nice looking dahlia, I think it's like a cactus variety. I love single dahlias because they're absolutely brilliant for the pollinators, so I'll be getting these in as well. Another cactus variety of dahlias. Actually these are a dinner plate collection, so I'm really looking forward to seeing these. And I checked these bulbs and they were nice and firm, these shallots, so I'll be getting these in as well. And also some ginger. I know this needs a really long growing season. I'll get it in a pot and see what happens. And for the butterflies and bees, definitely had to get some Verbena bonariensis because this is it's one of my favourite plants, and it's absolutely fantastic for the pollinators. And yeah, the backdrop that you get from this plant is absolutely stunning. So we'll be getting some of this in the ground. So if you are looking at picking up some discounted dahlias, if they're in the clear packets, you'll be able to have a look to see if the rhizomes have started to shoot. If they have, then it's signs that the bulb should do quite well, that it's a healthy rhizome. So it would be ideal to literally get that into the ground. Some, if they're looking dry and they're not really shooting, it doesn't necessarily mean that they won't flower, but at this late stage, some activity like this should really give you an indication that the rhizome is still fine to be planted out. Look at this find. Not bad sized parsnips. Rayan found these in the bed when we were clearing them yesterday.
There you go. Baby. Come on, baby.
Guys, baby Amir is not looking too good for some reason. He's sort of flopped, and I don't know whether it's anything to do with this one, who seems to now be trying to be really cute about things. Daisy, can you explain what's happened?